Oh, you know. You fucking know what this is. Hello guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. And welcome to the first of my reactions to RWBY Volume 5. This is the premiere. And boy, oh my god. Welcome to Haven. Now, obviously, at first I've seen the fucking thumbnail. Oh my gosh. It's just the four of them with the funniest faces. Now, I wonder what it is. I wonder if it's to do with Oscar. Who knows? Like, I don't even know what's gonna happen. But, and obviously, I'm so glad. So, obviously, the four girls are on their own journeys, but they have the one shared thing, and that is their destination is Haven Academy. So, obviously, Blake will be on their way too. She's probably going to be the last to get there. But yeah, my predictions are obviously, we're going to obviously be having Team Ranger. As I said, what they're going to be doing, I don't know. Obviously, are they going to announce the headmaster now that Crow's back on his feet? Obviously, Weiss is probably not far away. She was on the airship, which I can imagine take at the most a few days, even with dust shortages. And Yang was already on the right continent. She got the boat over, so I doubt that's going to take her that long to be in the freight either. And of course, Blake's still back in Menagerie, and we're still not quite sure what's going on there. Obviously, Ilya says something's going to happen, but who knows, man. Look, I'm also not going to theorise too much because I'm very tired, so theorising is not going to be great. My voice is still shot from RTX, but among other things, I'm just too hyped. But just before I start, I know it's going to be amazing, so shout out to crew, shout out to everyone who works on this damn show, because they pour their heart and soul into it. They give up their lives for a matter of months so they can just work on this all the time, 24/7. Right. I met Gray and Kerry on Saturday, and I just got to spill my heart out to tell them how I felt, how I appreciate what they do, and how I love them and RWBY, and Rooster Teeth as a whole. Yeah, it's just a homage to Monty, because if I could have one thing as well, Gavin summed up so perfectly on the podcast, I would tell Monty how good RWBY turned out. Because not to say it was not always good, it was always amazing. But now it's something else. Like, the level it has reached is just amazing. But anyway, you're not here to hear me go on and cry about stuff like that. You are here to see my reaction. And I can't shut up any longer because I've waited now for over 2 days. So let's get into this reaction to the RWBY Volume 5 premiere. You heard that correct. Chapter 1 of 14, remember. Entitled Welcome to Haven. Much like we have Welcome to Beacon in Volume 2. Right, 3, 2, 1, play. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? My heart
The city of Mistral.
Crow?
It's about time.
Nora!
Whose idea was it to walk again?
Well, we did face many obstacles. Broken airships, destroyed settlements.
Yeah.
Oh, and, all those people and monsters that tried to murder us.
Yeah, pretty much.
We were fine.
Crow, it's so good to see him help me again.
Hey. Hey.
So how much farther to Haven Academy?
Almost there.
Oh!
I'd have figured I'd take you kids on the scenic route.
Nice. Nice, Crow. Oh, my boy is back in action. This is it. Mistral. And it's such a beautiful kingdom. It really is. From what we've seen of it. Dude, look at that. Yeah, pretty much, RWBY.
That's certainly something.
Oh, I love the style they're going for. Look at all the weapons. Of course, RWBY.
Whether they should or not.
They really made the most out of these mountains.
Every
Yep.
inch. And stay away from the lower levels. The higher up you go, the nicer it gets.
The lower you
We
go.
are going up.
To Mistral Academy. To Haven Academy. Right at the top, I assume. Weiss! Why's his ship? Of course, yeah, I saw the gif, yeah.
How much farther?
We're in the home stretch now.
Nice.
No more stops from here to Mistral. Sorry for the long trip. Keeping us off the radar's been harder than I thought.
Yeah.
Lots of air traffic around northern Anima.
It's fine. I just hope I haven't been a burden.
Probably because Atlas.
You and your money are more than welcome on this ship, kid.
Yeah, he's getting paid. I mean, the Grim we saw.
Is everything okay?
Nope, probably
I
not.
don't know. Still over Lake Monsu. Shouldn't be picking up broadcasts this far from Mistral.
What broadcast?
Someone must be close.
Mayday, we're a small passenger flight and our hundredth is down. We aren't equipped to deal with this.
Oh, man.
The Grim hit 400 clicks north of the southern shoreline.
Grim, yeah. Is that the Hornet Grim we saw?
Get him off us! If anyone can hear this.
Oh, fuck. Shit just got real. Straight to the action in Volume 5, man.
We're going to help them, right?
What? No. I'm trying to avoid them.
But they'll die.
Oh my god.
Look, if we picked up their transmission, I'm sure someone else did too. Besides, this is a cargo ship. She's not much good in a fight.
That is true.
I just want to finish this job.
They can't really do
and get
much.
home.
Although Wise could maybe
Sorry,
help.
kid.
Damn.
My ship, my rules.
It's fair. Oh man. They're just gonna hits with the field immediately. Fuck. The real world's a bitch. As Crow said, not the best place to live. And there's no one here yet. There's no one. Leo, man, they just can't trust him. They just can't. Oh, that ever smiling Ruby. The optimism never fades. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, wipe a tear. That's what I feel right now, Ruby. God, that's beautiful. Look at Jean comforting her again. We made it. You did, Ruby. You made it. Crow, yeah. Crow knows something's up. Crow's something's on his mind. He knows something's wrong.
Hello? Maybe try louder?
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be anyone here.
Oh god, is it like
Well, I guess school isn't really in session right now.
that is true?
Maybe that's it.
But the staff should be there.
Oh, this isn't right.
Yeah, he knows.
Come on.
Wait for
Yeah.
us!
And as he said, they hadn't heard from Leo even before the fall of Beacon. Oh god. Are they gonna see what? Like, imagine if they. Oh shit! God.
Troubles.
Oh my god, Crow's ready for action, dude. Oh god.
Professor Lionheart?
Crow! For crying out loud, nearly scared me half to death.
The Cowardly Lion.
Me? Why weren't you waiting for us at the entrance?
Oh, right.
Oh my god.
Apologies. I guess time slipped away from me.
You're joking.
Where is everybody?
Ah, you must be the students Crow mentioned.
Yes, sir. Ruby Rose.
They can't
Sean
trust
Ark.
Norm Valkyrie.
Lyra.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Who voices him?
Leonardo Lionheart at your service.
Leonardo.
I'm afraid most of my staff is currently away until classes resume. But
Why? Yeah.
Leo, you can't be serious.
Yeah, exact-
He's guarding the relic.
Crow, the children.
Already know. I filled them in. What do you mean your staff is away?
Yeah, what the fuck?
You filled them in?
Oh, he doesn't like that.
So, is this not going at all like anyone thought it would?
No. Yeah, he's purposely sent his teachers away so they can't help.
Unbelievable.
Oh!
Garbage. We can't let them get away with this.
Yes! Come on, something.
At least you two can finally agree.
Yeah, I know, like getting along finally. Like, yes. Oh god.
Guys. Everything's gonna be okay.
We're getting all the girls. We're getting them all.
Good evening, miss. Can I get you anything?
Who is this?
Just a little time to myself, if that's alright. Sure thing. Just call if you
They've
need
got
me.
her a bodyguard. Dira's got her a fucking bodyguard. And Ilya's gonna come in now.
You need better security.
Yeah.
Please, I just need to talk.
She wants to help. So she like, her loyalty to the White Fang and her
How could you
friendship
take the
to
fall for
Blake.
them, Ilya? Corsic and Finnick blamed you. We confronted them tonight and they denied knowing anything, and everything we found on your scroll, they talked about how disappointed they were to hear that you'd sided with Adam.
Oh my god.
But you and I both know they're guilty.
Yeah. Ilya, come
Can't
on.
prove anything.
Ilya, come on.
That scroll might not have been enough to lock them up, but it's enough to sway the Faunus here. When we go public tomorrow, they're not going to stand for any of it. And neither should you.
Ilya knows something else is up. Your plan's not gonna work.
Your plan isn't gonna work, Blake.
Oh my god.
Please. Just leave Menagerie before
Ilya,
it's too
you
late.
care about Blake. What's really more important?
You're going to have to make me.
Blake does not listen to others. This is something we've learned. Sun,
I know.
Yang, Weiss, Ruby, Ilya now. She does not listen. See, Ilya, you got to make, like, she knows Blake, she's got to make Blake, but neither of them want to hurt the other. You've got to end this stalemate.
I have to say, Crow, this all seems very reckless, even for you.
No, reckless is leaving one of the relics completely unguarded.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's not checking in with Oz for ages.
There was nothing to check in about before the fall of Beacon, but since that day, Mistral has been in chaos. Vale wasn't the only kingdom to suffer that night. Everyone was watching. Every house in every kingdom saw that poor girl ripped to pieces.
Oh my-
Saw monsters crawling over the city,
Dude,
and Lucian knights attacking citizens. And then nothing. You could feel the dread in the
Salem's plan went all too well.
all that negativity. You can imagine what it was like when the Grim came for us.
You,
Mistral's controlled territory is the widest reach.
But
in the
Vale
world, you know,
are the
and that
most
makes it
negativity.
infinitely harder to protect. We lost so many great huntsmen, teachers from this very institution.
yeah, and how many were because you were cavorting with the enemy?
What do you mean?
We may have dealt with the Grim, but the Mistral Council's still at odds with representatives from Atlas.
Oh,
First
of
it was
course.
the dust embargo, now it's the closing of borders. I'm not sure what happened to James in Vale, but it seems to have only worsened some of his more unfortunate tendencies.
Look, I get why I was doing it,
And
but
on
it is
top of everything,
not the
we
best
still
idea.
don't know where the Spring Maiden is.
All the more reason we need the huntsmen and huntresses here.
Exactly.
Okay.
Ooh.
Things are bad. They're bad. But we can figure this out.
Man, that optimism's gonna kill you,
Why is
Ruby.
the Spring Maiden so important?
Is she different?
Thought you filled them in.
Mostly filled in.
Because Raven showed up.
There's a lot to cover, okay?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
quit teaching for a reason.
I quit teaching for a reason. Okay, that makes more
Four
sense.
maidens each have the power to perform feats of magic,
But what's
and
this?
they are the only ones capable of reaching the relics.
What?
What?
The relics are each locked inside a chamber that can only be opened by a specific maiden.
Oh, really?
Winter for the gift of creation, summer for destruction, fall for choice, and spring for knowledge.
So the one.
Spring is the problem.
Well, there goes my theory.
What happened to her?
So Beacon was
She was
choice.
determined at first, when she inherited her powers. But the weight of responsibility proved to be too much for the
And she
child.
was the bandits. She was Raven.
She ran, abandoned her training, everyone. That was over a decade ago.
Fuck! And
There's
you
no telling where she could be now.
you didn't do any more to try and find her?
At least, I have a pretty good idea.
He knows Raven
Are you
has her.
serious?
It's not exactly good news.
Yeah.
What
it's
are you
Raven.
talking about? This is incredible news! After all these years? Where?
My
I did
sister.
some digging around. Looks like after Spring ran away, she was picked up by bandits. Specifically,
My
the
sister.
Bronwyn tribe.
Raven.
Right, that's for Ruby's.
Yank's mom?
Yeah.
That's right.
Ooh. God. Scroll. Oh, nice.
The That's about where they've set up their main camp. It's where they fall back to after raids and scouting missions. Raven's managed to gain a lot of followers since she returned to the tribe. And I'm sure when the Spring Maiden showed up, it only made things easier.
Yeah. Have some...
Well, Crow, I've got to hand it to you.
As Crow said, you've got
With these
someone
coordinates,
powerful
we
on
can mount
your
a
side. I've
retrieval
seen the
force and
damage.
Head out in a few weeks.
A few weeks.
Yeah, too long. You've got time.
Right.
Leo, maybe you didn't hear me.
Yeah.
My sister has the Spring Maiden, and I know where she is. We need to go as soon
Exactly.
as possible.
Oh, Crow's pissed.
And perhaps you didn't hear me.
And not drunk.
This kingdom is in shambles. As soon as possible does not mean tomorrow. It means as soon as I can convince the rest of the council that I need huntsmen more than they do. Unfortunately,
Which is obvious you
bandit
do.
tribes aren't very high on their list of priorities when the threat of war is just on the horizon.
Then damn the council. We'll do it ourselves.
Exactly.
You and I are trained huntsmen, and these kids aren't exactly pushovers.
Exactly. They can,
Perhaps there's a more peaceful way to approach this?
We need to get Spring as far away from here as possible. But Raven isn't going to give up her most prized possession without
get her
a
away.
fight.
Unfortunately, you and your sister are evenly matched, and I'm not the fighter I used to be. No
I mean-
offense, but these students and I can't take on an entire bandit tribe and a maiden that's no doubt had years to
That
hone
is
their
true.
skills. We
Crow
need
and
to
Raven
be
are
positive we can apprehend Spring, because if we fail, Raven and her tribe will scatter, and we'll be lost. We get one shot at this,
He just wants them
and
to
it needs
wait.
to be perfect.
He wants them to wait. That's what he's just trying to buy time.
You know, Oz wouldn't be happy with any of this if he were here.
Perhaps you're right, but he's not. I'm doing the very best I can.
And you fucking
There has to
betrayed
be
them.
something we can do.
What about Cinder? She came with Emerald and Mercury from Haven.
Ooh.
Do you have anything on them?
This is
We
personal
pulled
for
their files
Jean.
after the fall of Beacon. Nothing but lies and forgeries.
Oh, yeah, this is personal for Jean.
Well, I can't say this has been a warm reunion, Leo.
No.
I'm sorry. I know you've all traveled a long way, but I will do everything I can to help.
Only about 8-10
Sure.
months.
We'll stay in the city for the time being. Local comms are still up. Keep in touch.
Yeah, that's the
Come on, kids.
send button.
It was nice meeting you, Professor.
Likewise.
You guys need to find out the truth and fast. Lionheart, man.
Leo,
I knew it!
you've got to work on your improvisational skills.
I knew it was gonna be after, like when they left, talking to someone. I fucking knew it.
So,
You were one of his advice.
what do we do now?
Yeah.
You four head back to the house. I need a drink.
Of course you do. Fuck, man. Oh, and this is where it takes place. Oh my god, we're gonna get the extended scene of this.
Excuse me.
That, I like how I tied that in, that's so cool. Oh my god. Ospin and Crow back together.
You know, I don't think they
You
allow
want kids
kids
in
in
here.
here.
Pipsqueak. Oh my god, yeah.
Shut up, I'm getting there.
I love how Kroger's got from totally confused to totally like, oh okay, I know what's happening.
I'm supposed to tell you. I'd like my cane back.
He's like, okay. So obviously told Crow about that. Good to see you again, Oz.
It's good to see you again, Oz.
Yes. And now we get to see more than just the confused look on Oscar's face. Ooh, music. Just right. Oh my god, really? We're getting to see a fucking petrol station. Or a dust station.
Aren't you a little young to be drinking?
Oh, water. It's hot out.
Oh, sure. Are you
Is that the
telling
guy
me
from the trailer?
You're too young to drink?
Oh, you're gonna be about to get fucked
You
up,
look
dude.
like a regular huntress. And a beauty at that.
I'm good. Thanks, pal.
Seriously. Not too bulky, not too lean.
Oh, you're about to get
Just right.
fucked.
Yep. Like I said, I'm good.
And your hair.
You're about. Oh, that's what. Oh, that's what triggered. The hair's what triggered it. Oh my god. Savage. Jesus! Fucking hell. Well, he's dead.
This one's on the house. He's been driving me crazy.
Damn. She's shaking. But she's not left-handed.
So, what brings you around these parts?
Having to learn to be left-handed. 1 minute. I'm thirsty.
Thanks. And I'm, looking for someone.
Not many people come out here, too far from the kingdoms. Only person worth noting around here is, well, Raven.
Raven Bronwyn.
That's what she's after.
Thanks again.
Now, Missy, you don't want to go messing with bandits. They're a world of trouble.
I recognize that voice.
So I hear.
I recognize that voice. Yeah, you deserve that, dude. He does look, he does look a bit like one of the bandits, though. Maybe not. I'm not sure.
Hey, girlie.
Seriously? This isn't over?
Is he a bandit?
I heard you're looking for someone.
He's a bandit, isn't he? He's so a bandit. Cajon. Oh, here we go. Yes, it is happening. It's so happening. And Ruby isn't there, is she? Is the Juniper theory coming true? Is Oscar gonna be joining Team Juniper? I'm cool with that. Look at Jean so cautious to answer the door. And he sees a little boy outside who is 14. No, what?
Can I help you? Yeah, is there a Ruby Rose here?
No.
Why?
Oh. Why wouldn't Ruby
Well-
specifically?
I found him!
Oh, he's
Uncle
fucking
could
drunk.
use some help. Ooh,
He's fucking fucked.
I found him.
What is going on out there? Can't a girl read her comics in peace?
Of course. Oh, Ruby.
Crow, did you get drunk again?
Of course.
Maybe.
Crow, I love you so much.
You have silver eyes.
Oh, boy. They don't know.
Who are you?
Crow.
Well, my name is Oscar Pine.
But, wait for it, yep.
You probably know me
As Professor Ospen.
Professor Ozpin.
No, my god, the faces.
I did it!
Oh god. Crow. Is that it? Is that really it? Oh, new intro. Crow is at the start of it. Ruby. Back to the fairy tale, back to the show. Oh, I love this. Having our Ruby God. Oh my god! Roosty first presents a Roosty animation production. Get those weapons, girls. Nora. Crow. And Oscar / Open. He's learning. Oh! Open in the new animation style! We're learning. He's gonna learn to fight. Oh my god! Like a son in menagerie. Oh damn! Rayon Yang. There's Ilya. And those cunts. Oh, yeah, the night sun is coming. Oh! They're all taking on the thing, Hazel. Oh, Blake and Ida going at it again. Wait, what? No way. Yang v Mercury again? No fucking way. Oh, I got the rematch. Oh! Salem! You guys are nowhere near ready for that fight. Series created by Monty, you damn right. Words! Oh my god. Oh my... I'm done. Oh my god. I am done. Oh my god. Once again, I knew they would. This was the first year I didn't make a mistake. Of course they improved it. Of course they fucking did. And thank you for not buffering. Thank you. Where do I even fucking begin? Where do I start with that? Okay, I'm just gonna go through the RWBY girls in the order of Team RWBY because I want to talk about that. So, obviously we joined with Team Ranger and Crow, making their way to the academy. And there was a lot in the trailer that was from the first episode, like, which means we haven't seen a lot of what's to come yet, so more surprises in store. So yeah, so we have RWBY Team Ranger, and of course, they get to the academy and no one is there. Now, I wasn't sure if that was going to be a trap or not. It wasn't a trap, but it's still Leo. He's done that purposely. He's done that on purpose. He doesn't want people around to defend the school. So as Seven said, the fall of Haven Academy is next. He wants his best away. What does he get? How's he gonna... Well, I know he's the cowardly lion, but this is only going to be bad for him. Because at the end of the day, they're using Lionheart right now. They are using him. Once they've got what they want, he's fucked. I mean, we saw in the trailer, he is attacked. Now, to be fair, we don't know if that was a good... Actually, right, I'm going to have to go back and look. I may edit in here because I saw in the opening the weapon that looked exactly like the weapon we see Lionheart get attacked with. So I'm going to have to go back and see who that was, who had that weapon. But yeah, so they get in there and they find Lionheart. A few jokes, obviously, with the whole Crow and Lionheart falling back. But shit got serious and they were talking about, obviously, yeah, the maiden. And like, we finally got a clarification that each maiden is specifically tied to a relic. To an area where each relic is kept a maiden. Now, it blew my theory out. I did think Vale's one was the relic of destruction. Because I thought maybe that's how, like, obviously, the story of the Warrior King, who, yes, I'm going with, is one of Ozpin's previous forms, had the relic of destruction, which is how he killed so many men with his scepter. But that also means the cane is not the relic. That, unless Ozpin has even, like, obviously maybe he didn't trust Lionheart fully and he told him that, and it's like, I don't know. Like, I want to hear what you guys think about that, guys. I'm going to be looking at, obviously, all the new theories that are going to be formed from this episode alone. So there's that. But anyway, despite Crow pushing forward, like, he was pissed, like he was throwing things off Lionheart's desk. He was pissed. So, yeah. But eventually Lionheart does manage to convince them that that's not the best course of action because he wants to buy time for the bad guy's plan to work. And I fucking knew it. Once the others left, he was gonna talk. Either what was gonna be hidden somewhere, or he was gonna be communicating with a scroll or something. And just to anyone who still thought that in Volume 3, when they had that W thing appear on Cinder's scroll, that it was not what confirmed, because that's the same W symbol that we see on the scroll in Volume 3. So, God, my voice is going even again. I'm supposed to be resting it. So, but yeah, I'm going to talk. I don't care. And of course, we have Weiss on the ship. So I like how they're immediately giving us a bit of everything, so we know where everyone is at. So, and damn, hitting with the feels, like, of course, I don't forget, obviously, they mentioned the whole Penny scenario, and of course the Grimm and Atlas attacking the civilians, like families of children. Like, we saw that girl get ripped to pieces. Like, fucking hell, you're gonna do that in the first chapter? Oh, Rooster Teeth, you're savage. I love you. And then, of course, Weiss wanted to help, but the guy, it's his ship. He said, no, we can't fight. We're gonna leave them. They're gonna die, and that's life. Deal with it. Damn. We didn't see Horn at Grimm yet, so like, I wonder if that's the same Grimm attack. That ship is gonna then attack Weiss's ship. Because of negative emotion, Weiss is now sad. She is sad by this. That will draw the Grimm in. And as Lionheart stated, there are parts of Mistral that probably like were badly hurt by Grimm attacks with all the negativity from what happened with Penny, and obviously Yang and Mercury as well. Obviously, we're going back to that now. Now that we're in a new kingdom, we're hearing their perspective of what happened with the fall of Beacon, and of course, Ironwood. I love Ironwood. He's, despite my best efforts, he keeps getting into like my top 10 characters because he does awesome shit. And I get what he's trying to do. He said, like, our people need protection. He's trying to do what's best. And the problem is, his intentions are great. His intentions are perfect. But his plans are not. Closing the borders, it just makes them look all the more guilty. Like, we don't want any of you coming in. It just makes them look guilty. And that's what Salem wants. Divides, the whole point. She divides them and they're no longer a threat. God, their plan has worked almost perfectly. Apart from Ruby's Silver-Eyed stuff and Tyrion getting his stinger cut off, it's all gone the bad guy's way, to be honest. And the Dark Russians, again, it makes it look like we're not going to provide you ammunition, so you can't fight us. Yeah, it's not good. It's like, things are pretty bleak. Like, I know, obviously, Volume 4's recovery, and they are going to keep moving forward, you know, that Monty Homage right there, but... And then we get to Blake. I was so happy, like, RWBY is perfect. Like, they'll combine it, but like, they'll have a super serious or emotional scene, and then they'll throw in a joke, and it works perfectly. It keeps you in balance. Because the way Gira and Sun are, like, they agree with each other for the briefest of moments. I'm like, yes, Sun, you're working your way into getting Gira's approval. I mean, you still got a long way to go, but you're getting there. Keep at it. And of course, we saw in the trailer, like, a large part of the Blake's scene in this was in the trailer, obviously, with Ilya and Blake. And Blake has got a bodyguard. I'm going to assume Gira has he wants her to have a bodyguard. But as Ilya said, pretty, not good enough to deal with the enemies that they have, because Ilya managed to get by her, no problem at all. And if she can, there are worse. As Blake said, there are worse people than Ilya for Blake's friends to be worrying about. And that confrontation, it's going to reach a point where there is no return, where something serious is going to happen to either Ilya, Blake, or someone that that Blake cares about. One of her parents, son, who knows. And we're left with that. And then Yang. Yeah, for a second I was like, was she actually trying to get an alcoholic drink? I'm like, no, you don't do that, Yang. Although, is she 18 now? I'm not sure when her birthday is, because she was 17, I guess. But yeah. Oh, fine, okay. It's a maximum recording. And like, that guy straight up deserved what he got. Like, he was trying to hit on her, like, she was giving him outs, like, I'm good. Try again, I'm good. She's like, right, fuck this. And like, literally knocked his tooth out. And then of course, so like, Raven is clearly very well known, much like Crow's well known. Obviously Tyrion knew him by name. And obviously Salem obviously knows him too, because the way Tyrion spoke to her, obviously she knows. Much like Raven's been known. In this case, like, the only person of any interest out here is Raven Brown when Yang finished the sentence. And then the fucking dude, he was still ballsy enough to do it. He's like, you're still trying. Like, he doesn't look like, if you look in the trailer, the clothing he's wearing, it's very like what the bandits that were with Raven were wearing. So either he is a bandit, or maybe he was a bandit. Yeah, so either he is one or he was one, but regardless, he like, maybe like, I can help him find her. Oh, this episode, Victoria. And then of course I followed the ending Team Ranger scene, so we're getting straight into it. Oscar in the first... I love how they tied in the Volume 4 post-credit scene. That's a new way of doing it. They've actually reused that. But it's a bit like in the trailer, we saw bits from the Weiss and the Blake character short. So I wonder if... Actually, no, I don't think they will tie in because we're already past those stages. Even the present day scene with the Weiss and Blake ones. I'm going to assume the Weiss scene, I'm going to guess it took place very soon after the end of Weiss's character short. But yeah. Actually, I won. After we go public, actually, they could use the present day scene from Blake's one. That's not impossible, but nonetheless, that's all just speculation right now. We'll have to wait and see in the coming episodes, of which there are still 13 more to go. And of course, we haven't had any more of them before this year, so obviously I assume we'll probably have our normal 4 throughout the volume, every 3 or 4 episodes, whatever. Oh, man, I'm just like red as my top. I'm glad I wore this very appropriate top. Obviously, we had the most of the Team Ranger. We had a good amount of Weiss, Blake, and Yang, which I'm happy about. Having all 4 of our RWBY girls, seeing where they are on their own journeys, and indeed how eventually they're going to converge on Haven. Ruby's already there. Weiss is very close. Yang will get there in time, and then Blake also will join them. And of course, we get Watts. Now, I just fucking knew it. Anyway, yeah, I don't think I have much more to say on that. And then and then we got to the opening. Now, I'm going to have to go back and listen to that song, because I didn't hear much, because I was just fanboying about the whole goddamn thing. But it starts with my man, it starts with, I mean, you assume it's Crow, it's a bird, I mean, it could be Raven if you, I guess, but it seems to be, it's sort of in the kingdom, so, probably Crow. And we had, obviously, and then I love how they didn't have, they were RWBY, Weiss, Blake, yeah, we had our RWBY girls, and obviously they are together at points. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna end the video up because there's so much to talk about in that. I'm going to do a separate video on a review of the opening. But yeah, mind blown. RWBY at a new level. The Volume 5 trailer hype was not a disappointment. It lived up to the hype in just the first episode. So I look forward to more. And oh my god, this video has been going for over 37 minutes. Jesus Christ. For any of you still listen to this, if you enjoy this video, please give it a like, a thumbs up. Comment what you thought below, because I have so much I thought, and I want to hear like what you guys think. What are your theories, your opinions, just everything about this man. And subscribe if you're looking forward to more videos in my RWBY reaction playlist. Volume 5 is a go. The first episode knocked out the park, giving us characters, a great intro, music, villains, like some laughs. Okay. I will see you in... I imagine I'll try and get... It's going to be hard to edit while I'm away, so I'm not sure what order these are going to come out in. So I'll either see you in my Volume 5 opening review or in the Volume 5 Chapter 2 reaction. So whichever one it happens to be, I hope you enjoy it. And until then, have a wonderful, fantastic day. Take care. See you in the next video.